Good afternoon, my friends. Welcome. Do not adjust your set. This is not Lindsay coming to you live this Saturday afternoon. You have found me, Meg. Super excited to be doing this week's I Got My Miracle Facebook Live. We just had a bit of a hustle getting all set up here. We are super stoked to be coming to you from Rythmia Studios. I have the lovely Angie with me this afternoon.
Thank you for having me. I'm honored to be here.
Yes, we're so honored to have you here to share your journey. So Angie has been to Rythmia twice. This is her second time coming to visit. So we're going to talk a bit about her experiences. Last time, we're going to touch on last time and then this time. And I chose Angie to share her story today because she shared this morning. We do a closing group every week here at Rythmia, and she shared her experience, and I thought it would be a great one to share with the world, with the viewers from around the world that are watching. So we got people hopping on here. If you don't know much about Rythmia, by the way, I want to just let you guys know that we are a spiritual retreat center in Guanacaste, Costa Rica, and we have healthy organic food made by me. We have yoga, breathwork program, and we have massage. We've got colon cleanses, and we offer plant medicine therapy with ayahuasca. So that is the main mandate of our program here at Rythmia. We also offer a whole series of workshops and lectures that goes along with that to help with integration. And it's a holistic approach to healing through plant medicine. So we have right now, I think about 70 plus people here that were here this week. Same thing next week. We are selling out, like going out of style. We're selling out like it's going out of style. No, we're filling up right now. 2020 vision. We're having lots of 2020 vision this year. People ready to do this great work. And we work with 3 very specific intentions here at Rythmia. That if you've been a viewer or watcher of these videos, you'll know. If you've been to Rythmia, you'll know. And it's all about learning who we've become in this life, merging back with our soul, our original self, and having our hearts healed. And that is the big process that we like to do here at Rythmia. And we have lots of individuals that came through and did it this week, got their miracles, and lived to tell the tale. So who do we got watching here? We've got Mindy saying hello. Looking forward to meeting me in April. Awesome. Zin is watching, sending some love. So good to see you guys watching. And Mindy's watching from New Jersey. Tiffany Lynn is watching. Tiffany, my raw sister, a past guest who's been here a few times herself. Thanks for tuning in. Enough of you're not here to hear about me. We're here to hear about your experience. So before we get to this week, when were you here first, and what brought you to Rythmia the first time?
Okay. Yeah, so the first time I came to Rythmia was April of 2018. And kind of what led me to my interest in ayahuasca and coming to Rythmia is I had been following Michael Bernard Beckwith on Facebook, and he had posted a video about Rythmia, and I actually clicked on it because I was interested in CBD, and I thought it'd be about CBD. And so I watched the video, and I'm like, that is so cool. Like, I need to check that place out. And I wrote it down on a sticky note, put it next to my computer, and like, I need to check that out. And then a couple of days later, I was on Facebook, and I clicked on one of my sorority sisters' Facebook profiles, and I was looking. She's traveled all over the world and done many retreats, and one of them was Rythmia. I was like, oh, interesting. Yeah.
Begins.
Then a couple days later, I was scrolling through Instagram, and one of the accounts that popped up that I should follow was Tamarindo, Costa Rica Instagram page. And so I was like, there's like 3 signs. And then a couple days after that, I was at work, and my boss walked in and was like, you will never believe where my niece is moving. And I was like, where? And he's like, Costa Rica. And then I was like, okay, universe, I get it. I'm going to Costa Rica to Rythmia. So called, and that was in January 2018, booked my trip, and I was here in April of 2018. So divinely guided.
Divinely guided.
Yes.
So when you came, was there something you were purposely seeking, or was it more of a discovery quest for you?
For me, it was more of just a discovery quest. I felt like I was really searching for my life purpose and my soul purpose. I know I kind of had inklings I was a healer in some sort of capacity. I just wasn't sure, so just kind of trying to make sure I was on the right track and next steps in my life and finding my soul purpose or my life purpose. So.
And what did Mother Ayahuasca have to show you? Who would you become, and what was your purpose from that first trip? What were the messages?
Yeah, so first of all, I like to call this place Adult Disneyland because it is my happy place, one of the coolest places on earth. So grateful to Jerry and the whole Rythmia team and staff. It's so hard to explain it. You have to come to experience it to fully understand everything that goes on here. They've done such incredible work. It's such an amazing, incredible program. So first of all, just grateful to all of you guys and all the work that you do to help heal the world and all of us. So the messages that came through, so Mother Ayahuasca is kind of tricky, but it's all, you have to remember, it's all for your highest good, your well-being, and all that kind of stuff. She's not just going to give you she'll give you some direct answers, but some of them you have to see if it resonates with your soul, with your heart. So I got lots of different messages and downloads, and some of them were, I like to call false positives. So for example, I was really interested in finding out who my soulmate was, because I was single at the time, and she had told me there's this man back home who was my soulmate and all this stuff. So after every ceremony, I journaled everything. When I went home and I sat and really thought about it, and I breathed into my heart and listened to my soul, I was like, I just don't agree with that. I don't think he's my soulmate. And it's he's not. It just kind of hits you and you're like, okay. And it's all about learning to trust yourself and trust Mother and really listen to your soul and your intuition and your guidance, because everything's inside you. You're just remembering, which is so beautiful. But some of the really cool, miraculous things that happened when I was here, one of the things she told me is that I needed to start my own company. So I'd been in IT for 9 years, and she had told me I am a healer and needed to start my own company. So I took the jump into entrepreneurship and started my own company as a Reiki healer and spiritual life coach. And I also do meditation and mindfulness consultations and engagements. So the name of the company is An Awakened You. So then I know I'm on the right path, but it's still hard work. So the first time I kind of launched my company, it didn't really go as planned, so I kind of had to take a step back, and I ended up getting a full-time job just to have that secondary income, and then now I am back to doing my business full-time, which is awesome. It's such a blessing. I love healing people, raising human vibration and consciousness, and I'm here to heal and change the world. So that's been amazing.
Light worker, light warrior.
Yes. And then another really cool miracle that came through my first trip here. I had always been very interested in all things spiritual, from tarot cards to crystals to energy healing to psychic mediums and all that kind of stuff. And I always thought it'd be really cool to be a psychic medium. And one of the things that came through is I could be a psychic medium if I wanted. So I actually was gifted with the ability of being a psychic medium.
And what is a psychic medium? Psychic medium, for those that are watching and may not be familiar with that term.
Yes, thank you for the reminder. So to me, a psychic medium is just anyone who can channel whatever you believe in, the universe, spirit guides, angels, deceased loved ones. So the medium is channeling the deceased loved ones, and the psychic part is more channeling whoever is guiding you, whatever you believe in. So that higher force, the higher power, higher self, whatever like that is. So just whatever your beliefs are is what I cater to. So in September of 2018, so shortly after 5 or 6 months, I was gifted with the ability of being a psychic medium, which is super amazing, something she said could happen, and it came true. And so right now I'm just using it as a tool in my tool belt as I hone in on my other skills of Reiki, energy healing, and spiritual life coach. But my life is 100 degrees different than when I first came here. I couldn't be more grateful, and I know I'm on the right path, all thanks to Rythmia.
So that first trip was very much micro. We've been talking a bit about that this morning. We had our micro learnings, learning about how we can make small, personal, shifts in our own consciousness, in our own selves that will ripple out inevitably. And, whether you choose to make it into a business or not, it ripples out effectively. And when you work on yourself, it just kind of becomes this spiral of healing that happens in your world. This trip has been very different for you. It was a lot more macro.
Yeah.
In a lot of ways. And I know you don't have to go into the details of all of the amazing things that you saw, but I do know that was a bit more of, your experience with the medicine she was showing you What was she showing?
I know, lots of things. Yeah, so I came back to Rythmia because I felt like I was called to come back. And I guess naive little me thought my experience would be similar. Little did I know it was not, but not in a good way. Not in a good way. So this experience, I just came back to do deeper healing. We're all learning and growing and evolving, and there's always healing to be done. And so we're so lucky that ayahuasca is here to help us to keep doing that healing. So this time when I came back, I got my miracle again. I went through the Trinity, as they like to call it, of who I've become, working back with my soul at all costs, and heal my heart. This time I would say it was just a little more intense because it is deeper healing, but still so amazing. And then it was a little bit more macro, so some of the things that came out of this trip, and I'm still processing because I know there's still some false positives, so I'll have to go home and really sit with my soul and sit with my heart and what resonates with me and what do I feel are items that I should move forward on to continue my journey and my path of being a healer and healing other people. But no, she gave me some great visions. I'm supposed to write a book someday, which I'm really excited about. Words are my power. I've always loved writing and stuff. When I do channel as a psychic or a medium, it's all words and thoughts. So that like really sits with my soul, and like that one I know for sure. So I know when the time's right, I'll know what that book is and stuff. Another thing that came up this trip, which is really cool, so I actually brought my cousin here with me, and then I also brought another friend with me. So it's just really cool to also be able to share the healing with them of this special magical place. But another thing that had come through was that I was supposed to move to Phoenix with my cousin. And of course, the night it came through, I had kind of just filed it back in my mental file cabinet, and I'm like, okay, I'll have to like sit with it and stuff. And after the ceremony, I had gone up to my cousin, and I was like, hey, one of the things that came through to me tonight was supposedly we're moving to Phoenix together. And she just looked at me and she's like, I know.
What?
Yeah, so we had both gotten the same exact message. So that was really cool because that was just validation of just like, oh, cool, like that is so awesome. So that's another big thing that's coming up for me, which I'm so honored and excited about. So that would be really awesome. And then obviously some other grander plans, which kind of scare me, but if it doesn't scare you, then you know you're not on the right path. Like you have to step out of your comfort zone to grow and evolve as a human being. So yeah, just really excited to see when I get home what else unfolds. I can already feel miracles unfolding in the progress and in the works. So
well, and this is, you know, so much of what the medicine is showing us is she sees us in our highest potential. So she's not and we say we call Mother Ayahuasca. She is a very feminine energy in the way that she heals. Mother Ayahuasca, same thing as higher self, universe, spirit. Like it's all about this connected consciousness and remembering that we are, you know, so powerful. But so much of it is, you know, about connecting back to your heart so that you can listen to your heart, you know, because that is the main lesson in all of this type of consciousness work that we do is to come back to ourself and our intuition and knowing that we are the highest source, we are our own guru, and that if we can stay connected in that truth, then our path will, you know, inevitably flow the way that it's supposed to go. And she sees us in our highest potential. So sometimes she shows us stuff that seem like, oh, wow, I could never imagine me being that or me doing that. But you know, you just have to aim as high as you can, and it can be scary. And sometimes things don't work out as perfectly as you might expect in the beginning. But as long as you keep honest and true on your path, then things will fall into place. I like that what you said around false positives also, because she does sometimes speak in tongues or in metaphor. So it's important to be really connecting to what really rings true to you or not. There are tests that, you know, the medicine and all conscious practices bring into your life, whether it's, you know, testing whether you agree with something that you have been shown, or, you know, you have people that come into your life as lessons. Like it's all part of this process. And the biggest thing is coming back to the truth and just being able to sit with that. And it sounds like you've really worked on that. You know, you had that experience in the first visit, and now you get to go back and reflect, and that's such a big part of the integration process is, and you know, interpreting.
Yeah.
And no one can interpret better than yourself. I know a lot of people that do the medicine always want someone else to interpret for them, but it's really it's a one person job. You could say 2-person. It's you and the Mother Ayahuasca, but it's one and the same, really.
Yeah.
Figuring out all of these beautiful messages and lessons and healings. These are all the same. Healing through lessons and learnings. It's all this big circle of awakening.
Very beautifully said, Meg.
Oh, thanks. I feel like I was talking in circles a little bit. The lovely Miss Lindsay Attaway has just joined us. Thank you, Lindsay, for giving me the opportunity to sit in your chair this weekend. Let's just have a quick look, see what everyone else is saying over here. Mindy's coming in April. We've got a few people watching. Leah's watching from Australia.
Oh,
so
wow.
It's Sunday probably for Lee, Sunday morning. Florrie's saying hello. Susan saying see you April 5th. Oh, Susan. We got lots of people coming in April. Nusheen is saying coming in March from Houston, Texas. Shelly's saying hello, beautiful souls. Susan's also coming from Houston. That's an easy flight, coming straight from Houston. So look at all these people. We got Mary Beth from Whidbey Island. I don't know where that is. Nusheen, they're talking about raising Houston's consciousness level, one person at a time. Corey Perez is a past guest saying that him and Melina will be back for Taita. Super exciting. Look at all. Angel saying hello. So good. So good. Tracy saying she'll be here. April's going to be a busy month. Hey, Isaac Mackey is watching. So good. Look at all these people. Thank you so much for joining us this afternoon. Is there anything else you would like to maybe share or channel? She's probably just like overwhelmed right now. But just sharing with all like viewers. Like we have a lot of people that clearly are coming. We have a lot of people that have already booked their trips, but we also get a ton of viewers on these videos from people that are in the researching phase or the confirmation phase. They're looking for evidence. You know, we were talking earlier today about keeping an evidence journal, which is something I recommend for people that have, you know, this type of healing experience, to go home and keep an evidence journal. This is what a spiritual medium that I worked with, something she had me do when I was, you know, making decisions and following my heart and my intuition. She's like, well, start keeping a journal of evidence that proves to you that, you know, the stuff that we are working to heal and discovering is coming true. So I started doing that. But for people that are out there seeking more evidence as to why this might be the right place for them to do plant medicine, to come down and do deep healing, what might you want to share with them? Just some words for people that are still unsure.
Well, if you're looking for evidence, you have your evidence. You're watching this Facebook Live. That is literally the universe telling you. That's the nudge that you're looking for. If you found this, if you're watching it, they want you to come. They want you to be here. It is the most amazing, life-changing experience that you will ever have. The program here is amazing. Every part, from the food, to the yoga, to the breath work, to the classes, to the speaker, to the schedule, to the plant-based ceremonies, is like so well thought out and so well run. The staff here is amazing. When you leave, you have a new tribe. It feels like a family here, which is so amazing. And even people from when I was here the first time, we have our own Facebook groups. Am I allowed to say that? Okay. I was like,
we're on Facebook.
Anyways, yeah. So they create your own Facebook groups for you. So when you go back and you start the integration and you get back into daily life and kind of the swing of things, you have an amazing support system. And then obviously also you can trade emails or phone numbers with anyone. And I still keep in touch with a lot of people from the first time that I was here, and I know a lot of people from this time, and you honestly truly make lifelong friends. So you have accountability partners and support systems and everything, and they do a really good job of explaining how to integrate back into your life and give you the steps for success, so you don't lose it or don't fall off track. And if you do, you're human, so give yourself grace and compassion in that area as well. But I couldn't recommend this experience even more. This is my second time. I know I'll be back many more times. So I'm like just so grateful that a place like this exists in the world. And as we know, the state of the world is kind of chaotic right now. So they are here to just help raise human vibration and consciousness and they are the most wonderful human beings, beautiful souls in the whole world.
And we attract the most beautiful souls. You're everyone, every single person out there is a beautiful soul that just, some of us just need a little bit more healing than others. But it is our goal here to make sure that when you come here and do this deep work, that you have everything you need to go home into your new real life and not need to come back. We want you to, we want you to want to come back to go deeper, but we want you to be able to walk away and feel like complete and whole and ready to tackle life with a new sense of awe, love, and easefulness. So we hope that is our hope for everyone that comes. So we will do our very best, the entire team here, to take the best care of your amazing, soon-to-be merged heart.
Yes, yeah.
And send you everyone off into the world.
And this is just a reminder that this is my personal journey. So yeah, for some people they might come once and that's enough.
Yeah.
For some people they might want to come 3 or 4 or 5 times. So you just have to remember not to compare yourself to others. Comparison is obviously the thief of joy.
Yes.
And another really cool thing is, even though there's a huge group of us, everyone's experience is individual and their own. Like no two are alike. So it's so personalized to you and what you need, which is also really amazing. So
yeah, 70 people. It's not a small group. 80 people, not a small group, but everyone gets their personal care and from not only the staff but the medicine. The medicine teaches you in the way that you will best learn, and you don't need to tell her how that is because she knows.
Exactly.
Yeah. Anything else? I feel like this has been a beautiful, complete share.
Yeah, no, it's been good. Just light and love to you all.
Yes.
You guys are all such beautiful, beautiful souls out there. Just keep taking it one step at a time. I believe in all of you. I send you guys all the good and healing vibes. And if you are coming here, it'll be the most life-changing and amazing experience that you'll ever have.
Yeah.
So.
And if you have questions and you haven't quite confirmed your booking, you can call this number. It's backwards, but I'm sure you can figure it out and they can answer any questions that you might have. So thank you so much for watching, you guys. We're going to end it there. It's 25-minute long. If you think there's anyone out there that would be interested in hearing about Angie's story and learning a bit more about Rythmia, please hit the share button. And we look forward to seeing you guys here next week for the I Got My Miracle with Lindsay. And I will be live tomorrow here on the Facebook page at 2 p.m. Costa Rica time once again, talking about the food side of things. So hopefully we will see you then. Have a beautiful day and safe travels to you, sweet one.
Thank you, Meg. Thank you so much.
Ciao, guys.